High blood pressure is not just an old person's problem. It can happen to someone in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, and even to people who look completely healthy on the outside. And the scariest part? Many people don't feel anything. No pain, no warning, no clear sign that something is wrong. They wake up, go to work, eat normally, laugh with family, sleep at night, while pressure is quietly building inside their body. And sometimes, the first loud warning is not a headache. It is a stroke, a heart attack, kidney damage, or a doctor saying, "Your blood pressure has been high for a long time." So today, let's talk about the real causes of high blood pressure. Not just the common things people repeat, but the hidden causes many people ignore. This video is for education only. It is not medical advice. Always speak with a qualified healthcare professional about your health, blood pressure, or medication. When people hear high blood pressure, one thing usually comes to mind: salt. And yes, too much salt can raise blood pressure. But high blood pressure is not always that simple. For some people, it is connected to weight. For some, sleep. For some, stress. For some, kidney problems. For some, family history. And for others, it may be a mix of many small things happening quietly over time. That is why two people can eat almost the same food, but one has normal blood pressure, and the other keeps seeing high numbers. Because blood pressure is affected by more than one thing. It is affected by how the heart pumps, how flexible the blood vessels are, how the kidneys handle salt and fluid, how much stress the body carries, how well a person sleeps, and how healthy the whole system is. So let's break it down in simple words. The first hidden cause is the condition of your blood vessels. Your blood vessels are like roads that carry blood around the body. When those roads are open and flexible, blood can move more easily. But when blood vessels become stiff, narrow, or damaged, the heart has to push harder. And when the heart pushes harder, blood pressure rises. This can happen with age, but it can also happen because of smoking, high cholesterol, diabetes, lack of exercise, unhealthy eating, or long-term inflammation in the body. And here is why this is dangerous. You may not feel your blood vessels becoming stiff. You may not feel your arteries getting damaged. You may not feel the pressure rising inside your body. That is why high blood pressure is often called a silent problem, because the damage can begin quietly, long before symptoms show up. So sometimes, the number on the blood pressure machine is not the beginning of the problem. It may be the first time you are seeing a problem that has been building for years. Now let's talk about salt. But not just the salt you sprinkle on food. The bigger issue for many people is hidden salt. A person may say, "But I don't even add much salt to my food." And that may be true. But the salt may already be hiding in the food before it reaches the plate. Processed meat, canned food, noodles, fast food, frozen meals, bread, chips, sauces, seasoning cubes, restaurant meals. Even some foods that do not taste very salty can still contain a lot of sodium. And when the body holds too much sodium, it can hold extra water. More fluid in the blood vessels can mean more pressure. And over time, that pressure can strain the heart, kidneys, and arteries. So the problem is not always you added too much salt. Sometimes the real problem is you didn't know how much salt was already there. Another major cause of high blood pressure is kidney health. Many people do not connect the kidneys with blood pressure, but the kidneys are very important. They help control how much fluid stays in the body, they help balance sodium, they help remove waste, and they help regulate blood pressure. But when the kidneys are not working well, the body may hold on to too much salt and water. That can increase the amount of fluid inside the blood vessels. And when there is too much fluid, pressure can rise. The scary thing is, kidney problems can also be quiet in the beginning. A person may not know something is wrong until a test shows it. And high blood pressure can also damage the kidneys. So it can become a dangerous cycle. High blood pressure hurts the kidneys. Weak kidneys make blood pressure worse, and the pressure keeps rising. That is why checking blood pressure is important. But checking what is causing it is also important. Another real cause is weight gain, especially belly fat. This is not about insulting anyone. This is not about shame. This is about what extra weight can do inside the body. When the body carries more weight, the heart may need to pump harder to supply blood. More body tissue needs more blood flow. That can raise pressure inside the blood vessels. Belly fat can also affect hormones, inflammation, blood sugar, and how the body handles insulin. And all of these can play a role in blood pressure. A person may only notice their clothes getting tighter, but inside the body, the heart may be working harder every day. The good news is, even small, steady lifestyle changes can make a difference for many people. Not extreme diets, not punishment, just better daily habits, more movement, better food choices, and consistency. Before we continue, comment below. I'm watching if you want more simple health videos like this. And tell me this, which cause surprised you the most so far? Salt, kidneys, blood vessels, or belly fat? Also, subscribe to the channel if you want health topics explained in plain words, without confusing medical language, and without unnecessary fear. Now let's continue, because the next cause is one many people ignore completely. Poor sleep can affect blood pressure more than many people realize. Your body is supposed to rest at night. Your heart rate should slow down. Your blood pressure should usually become lower during sleep. But when sleep is poor, or when someone has sleep apnea, the body may stay under stress even at night. Sleep apnea is when breathing stops and starts during sleep. A person may snore loudly, wake up tired, wake up with headaches, feel sleepy during the day, or their partner may notice pauses in breathing. Each time breathing stops, oxygen can drop. The body reacts like it is in danger. Stress hormones rise, the heart works harder, and blood pressure may stay high. So if someone keeps saying, "I sleep for 8 hours, but I still wake up tired," that may be something to pay attention to, because sleep is not only about time, it is also about quality. Now let's talk about stress. A little stress is part of life, but constant stress, constant worry, constant anger, constant pressure can keep the body in alarm mode. When the body feels threatened, it releases stress hormones. The heart may beat faster, blood vessels may tighten, and blood pressure may rise. Now, stress does not always cause long-term high blood pressure by itself, but it can contribute, and it can push people into habits that make blood pressure worse. Eating too much, sleeping poorly, drinking too much alcohol, smoking, skipping exercise, ignoring health checks. So sometimes stress affects blood pressure directly, and sometimes it affects blood pressure through the choices we make when life feels heavy. That is why managing blood pressure is not only about food, it is also about the life your body is living every day. Another common cause is not moving enough. The body was made to move, but many people sit for long hours, at work, in traffic, at home, in front of the TV, on the phone. And over time, low activity can affect blood pressure. When you move regularly, your heart and blood vessels stay better conditioned. Movement can help with weight control, blood sugar, stress, sleep, circulation, and overall heart health. This does not mean everyone must go to the gym or do hard workouts. Even walking can help. Light exercise, stretching, dancing, gardening, taking the stairs, standing more often. The key is this: the body needs regular movement, not just occasional effort. A body that sits all day may slowly become a body under pressure. High blood sugar is another cause many people overlook. When blood sugar stays high for a long time, it can damage blood vessels. It can harm the kidneys. It can affect circulation, and it can increase the risk of high blood pressure. This is why diabetes and high blood pressure often appear together. They are like two problems feeding each other. High blood sugar can damage the system, and high blood pressure can put even more stress on that damaged system. So if someone has high blood pressure, it may also be important to check blood sugar, because sometimes the pressure is not coming from one problem. It is coming from a chain reaction inside the body. Now let's talk about things people may not want to hear, but need to understand. Drinking too much alcohol can raise blood pressure. Smoking can damage the blood vessels and make pressure problems worse. Nicotine can cause blood vessels to tighten, and over time, smoking can make arteries less healthy. Then there are medications, some pain relievers, cold medicines, decongestants, steroids, and certain other drugs may raise blood pressure in some people. This does not mean you should stop taking medicine on your own. Never do that. But if your blood pressure suddenly becomes high or becomes harder to control, it is worth asking a healthcare professional if any medication or supplement could be affecting it. Because sometimes, the cause of high blood pressure is not only in the kitchen, it may be in the medicine cabinet. And finally, family history matters. Some people are more likely to develop high blood pressure because it runs in their family. If your parents or close relatives had high blood pressure, your risk may be higher. But this does not mean you are helpless. Family history is not a life sentence. It is a warning sign. It means you may need to check your blood pressure more often, take lifestyle choices seriously, and work with a healthcare professional early. Because when you know your risk, you can stop pretending everything is fine. You can pay attention before the damage begins. So the real causes of high blood pressure can include stiff or damaged blood vessels, hidden salt, kidney problems, weight gain, belly fat, poor sleep, sleep apnea, stress, lack of movement, diabetes, alcohol, smoking, some medications, and family history. That is why high blood pressure should never be ignored, because it is not just a number. It may be a message that the heart is working too hard, a message that the blood vessels are under strain, a message that the kidneys, sleep, weight, stress, or lifestyle may need attention. If you have high blood pressure, or you think you may be at risk, do not guess, do not panic, and do not stop medication on your own. Check your blood pressure regularly. Write down your numbers, notice patterns, and speak with a qualified healthcare professional. Because high blood pressure can be silent, but silence does not always mean safety. Your body may whisper for a long time before it finally screams. So listen early, take action early, and protect your heart before the warning becomes serious.